three trees. Once upon a mountaintop, three little trees stood and dreamed of what they wanted to become when they grew up. The first little tree looked up at the stars that were twinkling like diamonds above him.
I want to hold treasure.
She said, I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the whole world.
I want to be a strong sailing tree.
The second little tree looked out at the small stream. He really wanted to be a strong sailing ship. I want to travel mighty waters and carry powerful kings. I will be the strongest ship in the world. The third little tree looked down into the valley below where the busy men and women were so busy in the town. I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all, he said.
I want to be tall so people look up to heaven and think of God.
He wanted to be the tallest tree in the world. Years passed. The rains came, the sun shone, and the little trees grew tall. One day, three woodcutters came and climbed up the mountains. The first woodcutter looked at the first tree and said,
This tree is beautiful.
and thought, it's perfect for me. With a swoop of her shining axe, the first little tree fell. Now I'll be made into a beautiful chest, thought the first tree. I will hold wonderful treasure. The second woodcutter looked at the second tree and said, and with a swoop of his shining axe, the second tree fell. Oh boy, now I'm going to sail mighty waters, thought the second tree. I'm going to be a strong ship fit for kings. The third tree felt his heart sink when the last woodcutter looked at his way. He stood straight and tall, and he pointed bravely to heaven, but the woodcutter never even looked up.
Any kind of tree will do for me.
With a swoop of her shining axe, the third tree fell. Then one day, the first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought him to a carpenter shop. But the busy carpenter was not thinking about a treasure chest. Instead, his work-worn hands fashioned the tree into a feed box for animals. The once beautiful tree was not covered with gold or precious treasure. It was coated with sawdust and filled with hay for hungry animals. The second tree smiled when a woodcutter took him to a shipyard. But no mighty sailing ships were being made that day. Instead, the once strong tree was hammered and sawed into a simple fishing boat. Too small and weak to sail in an ocean or even a river, he was taken to a little lake, and every day he brought in loads of smelly dead fish. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut him into strong beams and left him in a lumberyard. What happened, the once tall tree wondered. All I ever wanted to do was stay on the mountaintop and point to God. Many, many, many days and nights passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, golden starlight poured over the first tree, and a young woman came and placed her baby, her newborn baby, in the feed box. mother squeezed his hand and smiled as the starlight shone on the smooth, sunny, sturdy wood. Suddenly, the first tree knew that he was holding the greatest treasure in the whole world. One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded around the old fishing boat. The traveler fell asleep as the second tree quietly sailed out into the ocean. And he was snoring soundly, falling asleep. Soon a thundering and thrashing storm arose. The little tree shuddered. He knew he did not have the strength to carry so many passengers safely through the wind and rain. The tired man awakened. He stood up and stretched out his hand and said, the storm stopped as quickly as it had begun. Suddenly, the second tree knew that he was carrying the king of heaven and earth. One Friday morning, the third tree was startled when his beams were yanked from a forgotten woodpile. He flinched as he was carried through an angry crowd. The angry crowd was yelling. He shuddered when the soldiers nailed a man's hands to him. Oh, now he felt ugly and harsh and cruel. But then, on Sunday morning, when the sun rose, the earth trembled with joy beneath her, and the third tree knew that God's love had changed everything. It had made the first tree beautiful. It had made the second tree strong. And every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God. That was far better than being the tallest tree in the world.